Good morning, everybody. My name's Rob with Next Truck Sales, and I want to take this opportunity and introduce you to our 2022 Thor ACE 30.3 Class A motorhome. This ACE features a Ford 7.3 liter V8 at 350 horsepower, a 6-speed automatic transmission. It's got a lot of features I'm going to walk you through as best as I can and do my best to explain everything to you here. If you have a look, this is a 2-week-old unit. It was picked up in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and brought here to Canada. Used once, and now it's for sale. Have a look here. You'll see you've got a nice wide 19-foot awning with LED lighting. Have a look up inside of here. Okay, and one of the nice features of the Thor and some of the newer motorhomes, they don't have the rubber gaskets on the outside anymore, so everything is kind of hidden inside of there, meaning that you don't get wear and tear, sun, ultraviolet rays kind of burning on those rubbers, so you have a longer lasting seal. This here is a little pet window. Dogs, you set your little bed up in there for your dog, and they'll sleep and they get to watch what's going by on the outside. If you have a look here, you've got side view cameras and you've got rear view camera. The rear view camera kicks on when you put it into reverse. The side view cameras kick on when you put them, when you put your turn signal on. So if you're turning right, obviously the right camera is going to come up on your main display. And if you're turning left, it's going to be the other way around. If you have a look here, we've got doggy lock. So what you would do is you take your dog leash and you tie it up through there and you hook it onto that, and your dog is not going to run away on you. We've got the motorhome batteries in here. There's a pair of them. They're tied into the solar panel charger on the roof, as well as the generator. Here we've got our freshwater fill. Below here we've got good storage, good room for storage. Everything is all LED lighting, meaning that they're low energy consumption. If you leave them on, they're not as likely to drain your batteries as if they were halogen or incandescent bulbs, so they last longer. This one here has some rubber liner on here so it doesn't scratch. That's your drain when you're winterizing it. That'll drain your freshwater tank. Inside of here, this one has an outdoor television. If you have a look here, I've got everything unlocked. So this one here, you've got, this will tie into the HDMI cable on the inside. And if you have a look here, you can kind of point it in any direction that you want. You could also hook up a sound bar in here if you wanted to, but this one does not have the sound bar. I'll close that back up. Okay, we've got 2 vents here, and the top window is fixed. This here is your hot water heater, so that is going to, oh, my apologies. This is your furnace. Your furnace heater is here, so when you're running the furnace, you've got hot exhaust coming out of there. We've got outlets here that you can plug into. They're going to tie back over to your shore power and your generator and your batteries. Have a look inside of here. We've got more storage, again with more LED lighting. And this is your hot water heater tank. It's dual. It runs on electricity and it runs on propane. Your choice. Propane is obviously more efficient and easier to use. We have here a propane hookup, and you can run a propane barbecue from that if you so choose. And this is a nice feature on the 30.3 only. We have an outdoor kitchen. So this is kind of a cool feature. You've got an outdoor fridge and freezer combination here. We've got some storage. We've got a 120 volt. That plug for this fridge is tied into the inverter, which I'll show you on the inside when I get inside of there. We've got a 120 volt receptacle. We've got a sink, and we've got a little pull-out for your barbecue utensils, and a little pull-out for your soap and your scrubbies. So that's a nice feature exclusive to the ACE 30.3. I'll take you around the back, and I'm going to try to go up on the roof without killing myself, but first I'm just going to show you some of the other features. So you've got LED lighting, you've got the fuel tank in the back, gasoline. It'll run on up to E15. Here's a nice feature. that you'll appreciate, because it's in the back, you can use your rear view camera to determine when you're pulling up to the fuel station to line your gas tank up with the island that would normally be here. Otherwise, you're trying to figure out how far down this RV your fuel tank is, and so it's pretty easy. You just line it up with the back, and you're going to be right beside the fuel island. In the back here, we've got an 8,000 pound hitch with a 7-way plug and a class 4 receiver. Let me try going up. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to try going up on here. I'm going to put the phone. Oh, let's see what I can accomplish here. So we've got up on top here, we've got the optional solar panel, so we're charging the batteries. We've got 2 air conditioning units. We've got a Wine Guard TV antenna way over there, and then we've got the sunlight in our bathroom. We've got some plumbing vents, and we've got a bathroom fan there, and then just a general kitchen fan over there. I'm going to come down and hopefully I don't drop my phone or fall. Okay, so over on this side here, you're going to see the tip outs are obviously tipped out. What I do want to show you here is we've got a full pass-through, or almost a full pass-through. So you can fit inside of here. You've got, if you look, we've stuffed some camp chairs in here. We've got a small portable propane barbecue. So I've got 4 camping chairs in here. We've got more LED lighting and little propane bottles. If you want to run on propane bottles, some of these barbecues will run on the green bottles, or you can buy a hose that will convert from that outlet on the opposite side to the propane bottle inlet, and they're not that expensive. Over on here, we've got a 50 amp receptacle. So if you have a look in here, that's 50 amps. So that'll give you all the electricity you'll need to run both air conditioners and your microwave and all those other good things. Inside of here, we've got a lot of plumbing going on here. We've got our water pump. We've got our black and gray water drains. So you've got your gray water drain here, your black water drain there, and you've got an outdoor shower. It also has a nice feature, which is new or newer, is when you want to flush out your black water tank, as you're draining it, you can hook up a garden hose on there, and it'll help to flush out your black water tank for you. Okay, and then we've obviously got the outdoor shower here as well. This here is a pressure regulator. So if you are going to hook on to city water, the one thing you do need to be careful of is not to over pressurize this plumbing. It's not designed for the same type of pressures that you would have on city water, so you've got to be careful. This is a regulator, and you really don't want to be over 55 pounds or you'll start blowing hoses. So that you put this on if you're going to hook on to your city water connection, which is here. And a lot of people will also run filters and such so that the water coming in is actually drinkable or tastes better. If you have a look here, you'll see we've got the Thor branded gear mechanisms that run the tip outs in and out. I'll get them running once we get inside. Here we've got 19.5-inch Goodyear tires. These are RV specific, and if you look at them there, they've got 6,000 kilometers on them, so they're like new. Inside of here, we've got a 50 amp cord. We've got our drain for the black water. We've got a what are we going to call this? It's the little things that hold up the hose as you're draining it. And we've also got a 50 amp surge protector, and that's important because if you're hooking on in an RV park and they have any type of a surge, it will void your warranty if you take out any of your electrical equipment. So the 50 amp surge protector, get them on Amazon, 150, 200 bucks, and all of your equipment is protected. Inside of here, we've got our 4,000 watt Cummins generator. This one has about 12 hours on it, and you change the oil on them about every 25 hours, so it's not quite due for service. And inside of here, we've got our propane tank. This one here, you fill it up. It only ever actually fills up to about 3/4. It'll blow off any excess pressure. And it's obviously cheaper to try to heat your water, heat your food and everything off of propane as opposed to trying to do it with electric. So if you have the opportunity to get that type of a connector hooked up for your barbecue, I would suggest you do it. This is your landing gear, automatic landing gear setup. I'll go inside and show you how this works. But this is it uses power steering fluid at the back, or automatic transmission fluid, and it's just a hydraulic system. It'll put the legs out. See if I can get you. If you look through there, you'll see one of the legs is sitting right there, and those all go down automatically. We've got steel wheels with chrome caps, or stainless steel caps. They look nice. Give you a look over here. We've got the other side view camera, so that's going to kick on when you put your left turn signal on. Over here we've got LED projector headlamps. Let's see if I can get a good look. Get it to focus. There we go. LED headlamps. Okay, and you've got your hood opening is here. You put your key into here, and then it pops out. Let's see if I've got the key in my pocket here. No, I don't. I'll come back around and show you that. Let me go inside and get that pulled out. Yeah, let me grab the keys. I'll come back to the inside in just a minute. I just want to show you how that works. So you're going to use this wider chrome key, this one, and literally these chips are going to be repaired. I'm going to paint this section and this section because it's got a couple of chips. The hood opening was actually out of adjustment when we first got it, and it was banging, and so it chipped. And so the plan is to repaint this panel. Let me get back in here. Okay, so we pop up. Okay, so if you have a look inside of here, you've got your coolant, your heating hoses, and a bunch of other mechanical stuff, power steering fluid. You can check your transmission fluid and your engine oil up there. It's a little tricky. I'll give you a better look here. And it's got a little bug screen on here to keep bugs from hitting that condenser and all those coolers. This front section is entirely fiberglass, which is good because it's dent resistant, chip resistant, and you don't have to worry as much about it. It's easier to repair too. I'm gonna just show you how you do that. So you're gonna turn that, push it in, turn the lock, and then we're closed. A little tricky. Once you get used to it, it's not bad. Not like you're going in there a lot anyway, right? That one's not cooperating. Like I said, they are tricky. So I'm gonna come back to that one. Can't really do it. It's a two-handed operation. You kind of have to push it in and turn the key at the same time. So can't do it with a phone in my hand. So let's go inside here. First, I'll show you. We got a power step. So that step is going to open and close, whether it's this door or whether it's just the screen door. So the screen door will also actuate that motor, and there's a little light down there below that you can control if you want to keep the bugs out. That's nice. So if you just want to let the air in and keep the bugs out, we've got a deadbolt and just a regular key. So let's step inside here. 30.3. We've got a little storage area down below, so if you want to put dirty boots or something down below there. And we've also got another little cubby, which here we have a sweeper with a dustpan and a step stool. And inside of here we've got a light. So we've got an LED light as well in here, so you can see what's going on. It's a good place to just throw stuff if you don't want to track all of your dirt into here. You kind of leave your junk at the door. So let's go on inside here. You'll see we've got a couple of things. So we've got auto generator, so that's going to kick on. There's programming features over on the other underneath the outside awning over there, and you can have it so that it'll kick on when your batteries get low, and your generator is going to kick on to charge up your batteries. We've got, you can see here, the sun is shining on that solar panel, so it's charging up those batteries right now. And then we've got a master kill switch. This is a nice feature. There's a lot of electrical systems in here. If we are at all worried about killing a battery because we've left the light on somewhere, when you leave the truck, you're going to turn that off and everything is dead, and there's no risk of you killing your batteries. It also disconnects your solar panel system. On the awning side here, you can see we've got tons of shade here, which is awesome. And inside of here, we've got an HD TV, which retracts with this button here, and that just goes down below. And I'll give you the tour. Let's get this to go down into the ground first, into the cupboard. So that's TV number 2. I do like this particular model because you've got your television here and you've got your sofa directly across from it. So if you're going to be watching television, you know, you're not having to turn your head. You're going to be situated right in front of it. If you look here, we've got nice blinds on just about everything. This one has the lighter color. There was a dark brown, and then there's a light beige. This is kind of a buttermilk color, I guess you would call it. And if you see here, we've got our windows that pop out. So there we go. So you just twist that out and you can get a nice cross breeze going through here. The screens do pop out as well. You just turn those little screws and the screens will pop out. Again, all LED lighting. And cupboards here. This is nice. They've put a little lip on here so that the stuff, when you open up, it isn't like a booby trap and everything's going to land on your shoulders. Okay, and you've got enough, I would say you've got enough room comfortably for 4 people to live here and sleep without really cramping anybody's space or style. Certainly for an extended period of time. If it's just for an overnight, I think you could comfortably sleep 6 people. And if you're really pushing it, you could probably fit 8, but it's going to be squishy because there'll be 2 people sleeping in some of the beds. So let's go up here, we'll have a look. So one of the other cool features about the Ace, you've got this upper bed. You can drive with the bed up or down. When the key is off, you turn this key to the on position and you can lower that bed down. It's magnetically held up to the ceiling. And then you've got some rollers, and once it comes down, you've got a bed which could fit, I'll say, 1 or 2 smaller people. Okay. It's about the size of a queen bed there. You've got also secure storage over here for your owner's manuals and other stuff for the overhead, but obviously this part here is only accessible when the bed is down. It's not going to be accessible when the bed is up. You've got some playing cards there. To put it back up, you just raise it. See if I can get you a better view from this angle. And then we've got still some other secure pockets that appear, and we've got some mirrors which don't actually hit the right angle if you're the driver trying to look into the back. It's more of a cosmetic thing than it is a functional thing. And once you hear both of your magnets click, you know that you're up, and then you're going to turn your key off. Now that is not going to work when the key is on. So when the ignition switch is on, this isn't going to work because we don't want to be playing with this when we're driving. Take a look over here. This is the new for 2022 chassis, and it comes with, I'm just emptying out my pockets here. It's got a couple of things that are over and above. It's got the newer dash, newer steering wheel, and more importantly, it's got the new engine, which has got more power and is better on fuel. If you look here, so we've got our steering wheel audio. So this audio here is going to control our radio, so I can change channels. From here I can change channels. I can play my audio Bluetooth. It also has CarPlay. If you plug into this little socket here with a cord that connects to your iPhone or your Android, you'll have CarPlay, or I guess what's the other feature? The other one is called Android Auto, and then you'll have you'll be able to run your maps and stuff. But you can still get Bluetooth audio wirelessly, even if you're not connected through the cord to your audio system. We have tilt and telescope right here, and we've got our parking brake. We've got automatic headlamps. Leave it in auto, they'll stay on. It's got some cool looking LED headlamps, LED strips that serve as the daytime running lights. Over here we've got our automatic landing gear. I'm going to push this. It's pretty easy. Push on, push auto, and all of the landing gear is going to come on. The weight will blink. You hear the hydraulics running. I'm going to continue on throughout the tour while this is doing its thing, but the jacks are going to come down, and it's going to settle in the RV. When you retract them, it's kind of the opposite. You'll see it's because it's automatic, it's actually doing its own little thing. We've got heated mirrors, we've got power mirrors on both sides. Over here is your little doggy door, or doggy window rather, so put a nice pet bed down there and the dog will have a fantastic view. You'll also notice that we've got a speaker and a 120 volt receptacle, so if somebody in the passenger seat wants to do work on a laptop, you know, you can plug it in here, and then you've got a nice large surface that you can set up here and get your laptop going and do work while you're cruising down the road. We've also got another 120 volt outlet, or sorry, 12 volt outlet that you can put, you know, one of these types of an adapters that you can plug your iPhone or your Android in. A couple of cup holders. The one thing that's nice about this newer model, the Thors, is they've gotten rid of the carpet and they've done a better job of sealing up that doghouse. It's a lot quieter. We had a 2017 Thor, and man was it ever loud, and it was hot. There was a lot of heat coming through there. This one here is way quieter. I think it has a lot to do with the engine is quieter, but it also has to do with the doghouse is better insulated, and so you get a lot less noise and heat coming through there. 4 bolts come off, and obviously, you know, your service tech can get working on that engine, but for the purpose of cleaning, for the purpose of noise and for heat, it's definitely way better. Now it sounds like the jacks are all down on the ground, so I'll just give you a quick look here, and you'll see jacks down. And so now you're settled, and the RV is level, and you see them there. Okay, and so you can walk around in here. It's nice and stable. One other thing, this new for 2022 chassis, it's actually a 2021 chassis. It's a 2022, the RV portion is 2022, but the chassis is 2021. When they come out with that new engine, the Godzilla engine, they revised the suspension. There was a lot of people complaining that the older F53 chassis had a lot of issues with handling, and there was a lot of suspension kits that you could buy, and there was a lot of upgrades that people were paying for. This newer chassis has all of those upgrades integrated into it, so you're not going to be looking at having to go out and spend $5,000 to make it handle decently going down the highway. I'll just give you a good perspective here. So just have a look back so you can see this is obviously with the tip outs out. I'll bring them in. This is a jackknife sofa, so you've got this will just, you're just going to pull this up and then it becomes a bed like that. And then obviously to put it away, it's kind of the opposite. These pillows, you just have to grab them because they do get kind of hooked, and it's obviously not super easy doing it with one hand. You've got a little bit of storage back behind there if you want to put something down there, maybe some blankets or pillows would work. And then there is also some storage underneath here. Inside of here we've got, this is linoleum flooring. It looks nice, but it is just linoleum, and linoleum countertops, which is good, or synthetic, right? They're not Corian or anything heavy duty like that. This is, you know, it's not the top of the line RV, so you've got some sort of, especially being a gas, you can't have heavy Corian countertops where you're going to need a lot more horsepower and torque to push the vehicle down the road. This unit is quite a bit lighter than some of the diesel powered units, and that's because it's built with lighter material. So when you look at these cupboards, you know, they're stapled in. They've got plywood, which is fine, but it's just sort of lighter duty than what you might find in some of the higher end RVs like the diesel ones, but they're obviously also a lot more money. You've got some, but you do have a lot of good secure storage in here. Everything clicks back into place. And underneath the counter, we've got you know, you plug for your television, so that is your television in there. We've still got lots of storage. You've got a heat vent there on the floor. A couple of other things. The heater, it runs a heat vent right there. There's also heat for anywhere where there's plumbing on the outside of this unit. There's heat. So when your furnace is running, you're not going to have frozen pipes. Now, I wouldn't necessarily recommend you go out -20 and go use this RV. But if you are around the freezing mark and you're concerned about pipes freezing, if you're running your furnace continuously, it's going to blow hot air into the sections where there is pipes exposed to the elements. Take a look inside of here. So again, we had a peek in here previously. Okay, nice secure storage, and we've got multiple levels of adjustment. Okay, so here we got a cute little tile black backsplash. We've got a 3-burner propane stove, and it has its own backsplash built in, which is kind of nice. So that just pops up like that, and it's real easy. So you just put it into the light mode, do that, and away you go. And there you go. So that's real easy to use, and it's a nice feature is when the flame is on, you've got red showing. So when everything is blue, you know you're good to go. Microwave, that's only going to run when you've got the generator on. And we've got a light, and we've got a fan. We've got a really good size refrigerator and freezer. It's a 12-volt refrigerator, so it's going to run on the battery. Lots of space in there. Pizzas. You can put all kinds of stuff in here. Definitely you could stay in this rig for at least a week without having to do some shopping. There's a lot of space in there. Your furnace is there. These are pullouts here. So we've got, we've got nice storage, throw some chips and all your buns. Burger buns are going to go inside of there. Same goes for here. This will fold down. There's a little handle in here, right there, and you pull that handle, and then this folds down, and then these two pillows come down out into a bed. We've got seat belts, which are this is a child tether strap. So if you got a child and you need a baby seat, that's where you're going to tie them in. There are seat belts underneath here and underneath there, but they're obviously stowed away. We've got some speakers. So these 2 speakers, you can turn them on or off with the head unit. There's a choice to turn them on or off. So if somebody's, for example, watching TV and they don't want to listen to the stereo, then obviously you can just turn off the speakers. So I'll give you a look in here. We've got some a liner of sort, first aid kit. Okay, and everything is LED lighting, which is nice. Some of these are push buttons, some of them are tied into switches. The nice thing about the LED, they're bright, and secondly, they don't consume a lot of energy. So if you leave one on, or you want to leave them on when you're inside here and you don't want to worry about killing your battery, the LEDs are about 80% more efficient than your regular style lighting. So if you look here, you'll see we've got the brown trim. Okay, and up top here we've got a standard vent fan. If you look here, it's actually kind of cool the way that it's done because it's blocked off. So you can turn the fan on. It's got 4 settings, and you can leave it on without actually worrying about the rain coming in because it's protected. And you can drive down the highway without it clanging away because it's protected from the wind going down the road. This is our ceiling mounted, one of the 2 ceiling mounted air conditioners, and this is just a basic fan. We've got obviously all roof mounted air conditioning. We got 4 vents coming out of this unit. Over here we've got our lighting. LED lighting is controlled from the switch here, and the back lighting for the bathroom is right here. We've got the inverter. If you remember I was talking to you earlier, that is going to run the refrigerator in the back. This is a separate circuit, and it's run exclusively off of that. So if you want that refrigerator on or off in the back, that's your on off. Obviously we've got all of our propane, battery, freshwater, black water, gray water controls. Turn on your water heater, either electric or propane, and your water pump. And then this button here will bring in our slide. Actually, I'm going to do that right now. So if I push retract, you'll see this is going to come in. This is only going to work with the key on, and I'm talking about the. I got this wedged. This is only going to come on with the key, the truck key on. If the truck key is off, it's not going to retract. I'll come back to that in a minute. Have a look here. We've got heat in the bathroom. Isn't that a novel idea? So you're not freezing to death while you're on the toilet. We've got our master plug. This GFCI actually controls the circuit breaker for here. It also controls the microwave. And we've got fan control, we got light, and we've got some storage, which is nice. So you've got plenty of bathroom style storage. You don't need a ton. And we've got a little bit of storage underneath here. Okay. There we go. Close that up. Have a look inside of here. We've got a shower. Good size. I believe it's 24 by 36, if I remember correctly, or 30 by 36. It's a decent size. Look on the floor plan and you'll see it. We've got another vent in here, which is nice. And we've got a sliding track. Okay, and you've got your light duty. We're gonna call it light duty. Everything, if you look at a lot of the things that are in RVs, it's all lighter duty because it can't be heavy because you've got to move it down the road. If you make everything super heavy duty, top of the line, this is going to be a 30,000 pound rig. Have a look here. So we've got rear air conditioning. It does not have heat in the back. It's air conditioning only. Your heat and air conditioning are here. Air conditioning only is here. And we've got our third television. We've got another air conditioner here with 4 vents. Actually, the 5th vent connected here. So we've got 5 vents off of this one. And over here, we've got this coffee table and post go into that center section. I didn't show this to you earlier, but if you go into this post, you can put that coffee table into the center and spin both of these chairs towards the middle, and you can have coffee sitting at the front. We also have a ladder, and this ladder is to climb up to that second level. So remember when we put that bed down, there's 2 hooks. Those 2, you can see them right there. You put the ladder on there, and that's for the person to climb up to the second level. Having a look over here, we've got more USB plugs and a 12 volt, and we've got more secure storage. We've got more button lights, and then obviously we have our emergency exit at the back. If you pull that handle, this glass is going to fall out if you have to. And we lose the storage underneath here because that's where our kitchen is, but we still have plenty of storage for clothing. We've got some nice deep drawers. We have three deep drawers and lots of space. There's more space overhead there too. Your main fuse panel or breaker panel is actually right here behind this. Let's see if I can pop that up with one hand. Yeah, there we go. So you've got all of your breakers are there. And that is it. I think that gives you a pretty good perspective of this rig. I'm going to shut it off. And hopefully this vehicle interests you. If you are interested and you want more information on it, you can feel free to give me a call. My name's Rob with Next Truck Sales, and my number is 289-259-6054. I hope to hear from you soon. Thanks, and bye for now.